All right, welcome to our first vlog. Haven't done one of these before. Usually we just kind of go over all this stuff in the live streams, but if you haven't been keeping up with the live streams, this way you can kind of stay up with us here. So right now I'm just testing an engine that we just got in. This came off of our Amazon wish list from a subscriber. They bought this engine for us off the list, and it was sent to us. It's a beautiful engine, and it was an anonymous purchase, so we're not sure who it is. We'd like to know to thank them, but if they want to stay anonymous, that's perfectly fine too. So it's an FEC, Florida East Coast, GE. Let's see, this is a ES44, and I can't remember if it's a C4. I think it's a C4. So anyway, come along here, and we've got our little engine row here. And this is kind of where we just have our temporary staging is right here. This will all be changing fairly soon. I'm going to be making my yards over on the other wall, and we'll just be getting rid of this. So today in the vlog, we're just going to talk about this lower level. You've probably seen our videos where we've been working on this, been ballasting it, doing all of the ground covering and things like that. Ignore this, I just had to get these out of the way. They obviously won't be there for very long. So it's really coming together. You can see right here all the layers and layers of the scenery. This is just right here. This is just our entrance to our skid row area. We've been working on these buildings right here. This whole area is just going to be a very, very rundown area of town. I think it's going to look pretty good. We've been doing videos on the live streams and other videos showing how I get these weathered effects and the faded paint effects and all of that, and the paint coming through. So if you haven't seen those videos, you might want to check them out. So you might want to like and subscribe and hit the notification on it. But anyway, we've got our. This is just running with the four of the container cars that I have all weathered up. As you can see, the containers themselves, those came out really nice. So we got that. We'll do this part in another vlog. Right now we're just concentrating on this lower level. So what's left to do here? And we'll document all of this as we go along. As you can see, we haven't. The ballasting just kind of comes to an end right here. I'm going to turn this off right now, just so I'm not having to talk over it too much. So you can see we've got our Amtrak Superliner set sitting here. This was a birthday gift from the family. Beautiful, beautiful set. I got those cars right there off of eBay. Those are some tri-level auto carriers. And I'll show you some of the details on those here in just a second. Let me get this coasted to a stop. Okay, as you can see, these are actually auto carriers. I have 6 total, 3 in this scheme and 1 in another, but this one matches this scheme pretty well. So I paired these off. I'm probably going to weather these like I've done my other auto racks. You can see all the weathering down in there. So we'll get this looking really nice, but I'm not going to touch the cars other than probably do the interiors with lights and paint the interiors and put people in. So that's all we've got to do there. But anyway, back to this. So as you can see, we've got some good light here. This is all carved foam right along here. That took me about 2-3 days to do all of that, including paint and weathering and highlights. So I'm just letting you see all of that. Then we just started this project about a month ago. This is our large elevated track build. It's going to have 2 tracks lower, 2 tracks above. So then with the 3 main lines below, we'll have 7 main lines total for this level. We do have a second level, but we'll talk about that in another episode. So these will all be coming along right through here. We're going to continue the skid row on the other side. I'm going to add some wood over there, and we'll have fencing around the tracks to keep all of our people from crossing the tracks and getting killed or passing out on the tracks or whatever. So this area, as you can see here, I've been working really hard on getting the weathering and the staining done on the sidewalks. So that's coming out. I've just got to paint this the asphalt color and do some cracks and things like that, and having some having grass growing up through it. And I'm going to buy some tufts, static tufts online. You can buy them in bulk for cheap, so I can put weeds along here. We've got the fire escapes to put on both sides, along with advertisement signs right along this and on the other side right there. The roofs are here. They're over here, and here's the back panels right here. So, oh boy, I laid that down, almost hit that. So you can see I've still got to do the water staining on the bottom of the bases. Like you can see right here, you can see the water staining right here. This one doesn't have the brown on the concrete yet like this one has, so I will be coming in here and putting the staining on. This building is not going to go here. We're going to put something else right here. So that is, and this I will be weathering. This is sandpaper. I'm going to use sandpaper for my roads, and then I'll weather it all up and make it look really good, and then tuck it under everything, and then everything will get put down with like double stick tape, because I want to be able to change these out later if I want to. So let me see if you can really see the chipping effects that I've been doing on this. We'll see here. There we go. All right. All of the chipping that's being done right here along these edges, after I did my layers of paint and everything, I did that with just an X-Acto blade and made it look like paint flaking off. So I did a pretty good job of it. There's like 3 coats of paint on here, so you can get some undercoating and all that. We will be doing all the window treatments with interiors. You'll have shades, you'll have window air conditioners. You have some windows up with like clothing hanging out to dry. Maybe some people just like, hanging out the window, not hanging out the window, but like sitting with their arm out the window and stuff. And so we'll be doing all of that, and we'll do that all along here. Down here will be more of the business end. We'll probably put a mission here somewhere, maybe a convenience store, cheap convenience store, pawn shop, stuff like that you would find down in these areas. So it's just going to keep going. We'll have, let's see, we got 1, 2, we'll have another 2 more blocks right here with buildings. So that should look pretty good. And then we'll have probably 1 more block here, and we'll do it at an angle. We'll take the buildings around at a curve right there. If I have to add a little extra wood right here, I will. Like I said, this is my little engine row right now. This engine right here, yes, this one was a gift from the family for my birthday. And this one right here was a gift from that's another gift from one of our subscribers, Plumber Boggs, that is usually with us with all of the streams. He's always around. Love talking to him. He's a great guy. Lives fairly close to us here. So he got that as a gift off of our Amazon wish list. So we'll put a link on that here so you can see it if you want. So anyway, we've got this jump track going across right here. I'm going to put a control panel underneath right here with all of the transformers on them. We're going to have 7 transformers total because we'll have 1 transformer per track. Over there, we'll talk about more of that stuff later. That's where the yards will be and our helix. So then this comes around. We'll probably make maybe a hobo camp right here, something like that. Continue the buildings right here and then just kind of fading off. So what I've got to do over here to catch everything up is I've got to come in and I hand paint all my rail. So I've got to hand paint this rail right here around the corner, and then I need to ballast all of this. I'm probably not going to ballast into here just yet because I'm not sure where I'm going to need my switches to get over to the helix. So once I have that figured out, then I can wrap that up. But I will go ahead and do the dirt and everything that's on the outside of the track area. So we'll get all that done. So anyway, that's where we are on the lower level. This right here is going to be it's a covered area for the tracks. Because up here, we'll talk about more of that later. There's going to be some really neat things sitting above here. And of course, everything up here we'll give you a quick little glimpse of all that right there. So next vlog, we'll have a tour of the upper level, well, the second level of the upper level. And we'll go over everything that's happening there. And then as we start to complete things here, we'll keep you up to date. And if you ever want to see any of this stuff live, we do have live streams about 2-3 times a week. So you can actually see us working on this, doing live runs and stuff. So if you ever want to join us for those, we always try to give at least an hour notice before we do go live, so that you have time if you want to join us. We do mornings, we do evenings. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this. So again, if you want, like and subscribe for our other ones coming up, and we'll just keep doing these video logs, the vlogs for you, so you can just keep up to date if you don't catch the lives. So thanks for watching.